Welcome back to another show and tell video. Today we're looking at a vintage tool. It is actually a small alligator wrench, and this one has got some labeling stamped into it saying emergency wrench. So this may have been part of an emergency toolkit of some sort, perhaps for an automobile or maybe a small tool set, etc. But basically, it's for removing uh, small, separating small bolt and nut sets. So you can see that one side of the wrench mouth has teeth and the other has a smoothed edge, but you can see how it's similar to, say, the jaws of an alligator because of the open sides to the mouth and then the teeth pattern on the top side. So what this does is allows you to um, accommodate a variety of sizes of bolt nut sets. So you can see how the cuts of the teeth are staggered to give you incremental sizes with a little bit of flexibility along the alignment between the teeth on that side and the smooth side, so you can accommodate some strange in-between non-standard head sizes for the bolts or the nuts, depending on which side you are having to loosen or tighten, etc. Some of the benefits of something this size are this can get into tighter spaces that, say, a larger wrench could not get into, as well as into tight locations. Say if you were actually inserting this into some sort of slot in order to be able to turn something that you would not be able to get, say, a larger depth of thickness tool into position. Just to give you an idea how small this wrench really is, I have a couple of more modern wrenches of different styles and sizes. So if we start with this adjustable wrench here, you can see that this one has two sides, and then will accommodate a variety of bolt heads up to a certain range, and then there'll be different sizes of this type of expandable wrench. Another type that's well known is the spanner style of wrench, but you can see the size of this one in comparison to this alligator wrench. That's one thing about the spanner is that both sides are smooth and parallel, and it relies on the rotating wheel here to adjust the various head sizes. And similar to this style is this plumbing wrench, which then has teeth on both sides, but then can accommodate a variety of bolt heads and positions this way. But again, size-wise, you can see how much larger these tools are in comparison to this emergency wrench. So let's see if we can demonstrate how this would be used. I just happened to have pulled out of one of my random sets of bibs and bobs. I happen to have one of these old PC case access screws and a random nut. They just happen to fit. I'm not sure the thread pattern is exactly the same, but they're just going out of very little resistance, which will help here. So if I try to align this here on camera, I do believe this slot here, you can see how that falls into position, and then I can rotate the nut. Sorry, get a little bit better view here. You can see it rotating that way. Takes a little bit of practice, and normally this would be fixed in position unless you're actually trying to loosen something by hand, but you can see how it's rotating that way. Another way would be to come from the other direction to tighten it or loosen it as well. So I'm actually coming at it from the wrong direction. But if I wanted to tighten it, this way would actually grab it a little bit better. So another example of using the same bolt would be this one here. This one's definitely sticking, but I can probably get it better. Yeah. So this one's a little bit larger. You can see how much higher it sits up the teeth, but you can see how I can definitely wrench this one around. So just a quick demonstration on this emergency wrench in the Alligator profile. So kind of a vintage variable tool, but slim, lightweight, therefore it can be a nice little portable toolkit. So set that right there in the view. This has been another show and tell video. Feel free to check out other show and tell videos on vintage tools, surplus items, and other expanded topics. We also do unboxing videos as well as book review media reviews, and a series called Curios for the Curious, videos on more artsy type objects. Feel free to check all those out. Feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.